Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Weisheit, licensed clinical social worker. Thank you for joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it, and we are always glad to have with us local leadership. We welcome onto the program Terrebonne Parish President Gordon Dove. Gordy, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it very much. Look, I know one of those things we've been talking a whole lot about, and we're going to get to the hurricane here a little bit later, but tell us a little bit about where we stand with Terrebonne Parish with as it relates to COVID.
Well, our numbers are still very high, and, our percent positivity has gone up, and we've been staying around 16, so it's that 18 and 19 positivity, and like anything else, vaccines and more vaccines. I mean, that's the key. As you know, over 92% of the people in the hospital right now are unvaccinated. It's my job to give the facts, and that's the facts. They all the governor came out and said, well, one year old baby died, what was it, yesterday, of COVID. So it's all ages, it's a horrible virus.
Yeah, and listen, we much like that 1-year-old that the governor told us about. I'm familiar with a 26-year-old that was going to turn 27 here next week, but they had his funeral this week. And another woman who was 32, she and her child were both succumbed to this, and none of those people were vaccinated. And so Delta variant is truly making its mark, and it's truly still making a difference here in our hospital settings as we're fighting to really have enough beds for everybody because of so much COVID.
And a lot of people are trying to compare this to the flu. It's nothing like the flu. The flu has killed people per year, but it's not even nothing on the magnitude of this. And one person told me, they said, well, a lot of people have died from the flu. This one person didn't want to take the shot. I said, well, give me the name of who you know with the flu that died. But they didn't know any. I said, now I can name you a lot of names of people I know that has died from Terrebonne Parish that we all know, from relatives to loved ones to friends, So this stuff is for real, and the only way we combat it is herd immunity, which is either enough people get it or enough people take the vaccines, and it's everyone's choice. Look, I'm a big believer in it's everyone's choice, but I wish people would think and really, decide that it's the proper thing to do or the best thing to do, but it's their choice, And if a woman's pregnant, I understand that's a whole different ball game. If you're sick, check with your doctor. If you're pregnant, of course, check with your doctor, and I understand that, But it's just we get hold of things. We're 32. We're going to 33%. New Orleans is 55% vaccinated.
Wow.
And in fact, single vaccinations is 78%. Now, unless somebody's fudging numbers, that's pretty good numbers. Look, New York City is 75%, but there again, unless somebody's making up numbers, that is astronomical, And
right.
We just, we're very far behind. I think so is Lafourche. Lafourche is not far off of us.
Right, they're a little bit above us. We found that out, that they're just a little bit above us with regards to that. And, I think people are starting to get creative, but, you make a really good point about when that hits home for people. My wife and I had this discussion just the other day, Gordy, about that only one of three things: either we get herd immunity or people take their vaccinations, or enough people that we know die from COVID that it makes a difference for people to kind of want to maybe take a different action.
I talked to a lady from a funeral home, and they're overwhelmed. I mean, people are dying, and it's, over this past weekend we had 4 people. We have 1 or 2 a day, and it's nice to see 0, and our numbers range from 150 to 205 or 250 a day on new cases. So, and I carry around Clorox wipes. I try to wear a mask, but I'm like everyone else. Masks are hard to wear all day long, and but at certain times you need to wear a mask in a crowd. You by yourself, get your wife, then get to the store. I mean, I don't wear it if I'm with my wife. But I'm telling them about myself. It's something you got to get hold of, and I think it's going to come back to the vaccine, but hopefully people look at it, and there's a commercial on right now with Keith Weisheit and a Democrat, a Republican and Democrat both saying go get your shot.
Yeah.
It's something that really needs to push. We're advertising, we're asking people to go, but then again, I believe people's rights, and it's up to them ultimately.
You're exactly right. Gordy, we always appreciate your time. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about this pending hurricane and our preparations.
Okay, thank you.
We appreciate it. All right, again, that's Terrebonne Parish Gordy Dove joining us. Very glad that he's with us. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, more from the Terrebonne Parish president and what we're doing about the hurricane. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.